All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship-shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll dig up a great deal for you.
I-Pass and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
All right, we're back, we're live. You are listening to Beyond Sight and Sound, and the gold price rolling into the show, $3,284.80 an ounce, while silver is setting at $36.06 an ounce. Still up there quite a ways, definitely. Welcome to Emery and Mark and Dennis and 5 Mile Relic Hunter, the Bills. Frankie Juarez is in the house. Man, we got him coming in, definitely. Good to see. Let's get Chuck in here, too. There's the man.
Hey, everybody. Hey, that's cool. Full house. That's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. Tam's in the house. She's rocking her new laptop.
Oh!
Looks like it's working okay for her. She made it into the chat. Tim, the ill digger. He's on board with us tonight as well. Welcome aboard to Tim.
Cool.
Man, they're all dropping in.
Yeah.
That's what we like to see. Tim says hello to everyone, including Chuck.
Oh, wow. I got included.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. So,
well,
hey.
People know you.
The gold prices have been, fluctuating a little bit, but coming back down to a little more earthly. but I don't know with the stock being up and what that they're trying to pass the big beautiful bill today, and they're in the middle of reading all that. So we'll see what happens. See if that affects it a little more on the drop. So, but India is the reason the gold's up so high. They've had an extremely strong buying season. So that was one of the reasons that it had that bit of a spike. And India is one of the biggest buyers of gold, mostly in jewelry form. So,
Right.
yeah, and they like 22 karat, and they like that. So that's good. That means
What a
whatever we find,
coincidence. So do we.
yeah, and just all kinds of cool stuff going on there with that. Silver's maintaining a nice high, so that's good. That's good. Makes it all more the reason to go to Alaska here in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, yeah, especially with the gold price.
And
Absolutely.
I talked with AKA you. I talked with Betty yesterday, and they've had really good dry weather. Not they've had intermittent rain up in the mountain area up there, so it's been good, and it's warming up. I've looked ahead. A day of rain here and there. That's to be understood. So well, hopefully that holds true for us when we get there, and we have some good times at it. And they got a brand new Komatsu uh, dozer, and they're down working and opening things up. So it ought to be good. Heard from her that they've been finding some down there, and so they've only had like 7 people hunting down in that area. So this is fresh stuff for us.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yep, but they're open up, and weather's good, and hopefully it stays good. We're keeping our fingers crossed. I checked on rooms; everything's good there. The flights are all in place. The first flight, what have I got going with us? All 6 or 7 of us on the same flight going out of Chicago. We'll get in Anchorage at 1 in the afternoon. We'll check the weather. If it's a good night, we head for 49th State Brewery. Sit out over the Anchorage Harbor and look at Mount Denali if it's clear, or Mount McKinley, whichever you want to call it. It was renamed McKinley the last I heard.
Right.
Put back to McKinley again. Kind of like the Gulf of America.
Yeah.
Yep. But other than that, things have been good. And I heard nothing but real good stuff out of the hunt overall. And everybody
Yes.
that showed up from the manufacturers that were happy with it. They were busy. And it was a good day. And there were a lot of good detector winners. And it's been fun. It was a good, fun event.
Yep. And one that's not even sure what they won, and they'll find out eventually, which
Eventually, when that new one comes into his hands,
yep, Jason Weir is in the chat and says, "Hello, Chuck and Josh. I've heard today that at Swing into Summer, Delec spoke of another high-end detector.
yes, she did.
Any more clues?" No.
No,
Unfortunately, we
uh,
cannot give any more clues.
nope. And the gentleman that won, he actually won one of those, but he doesn't get it till they're out. So it'll be a little while.
Right.
Right.
And that's why we can't give any more clues. I mean, it was going to be revealed at Swing into Summer. It was going to be announced, but it's not quite
Not quite
ready
there.
yet.
Nope. No, it's not. So we'll,
So, unfortunately, all we can say is that yes, it is an upper end machine,
yep.
and when that becomes available, actually, I can add this, Jason. When that becomes available, Delec and I were talking at the hunt, and she does want to come back on the show
Yep.
around the time of this
Release.
machine being released
Yep.
so that we can discuss it on the show. So, folks are going to want to stay tuned. They're not going to want to miss that.
Right.
And obviously
It was
whipped off a
exciting.
post about
It
it.
was exciting to hear her talk about it at our event. That's cool. That's the first
Yeah.
time it's really been mentioned, and there's stuff on the internet. Well, I want to say what others have heard,
Eluding.
alluding to it. So it'll be interesting. Be fun to get
Right.
my hands on one. Give it a whirl.
So all I can say is just because you see it on the internet doesn't necessarily mean that it's true.
Right.
So
And
all we can do is wait and see.
yep, we're patiently waiting on more high frequency coils to make the country. I'm on the go around on that. I've got several people waiting as they were back ordered. They ordered 700 of those, and 140 made it in so far, slowly.
Right. And we've seen this before when a new machine or coil is released, it takes a while for distribution to get up and flowing smoothly.
Yes, it
Then
does.
they trickle in, and then all of a sudden the floodgates open.
Yep. And there's plenty to be had by all. So
Oh,
I've got people ordered, and I'll have enough to cover that, maybe a couple extra. Let's hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know that there are people waiting for that. I know Randy DeMario was one of them that is anxiously awaiting that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it seems to be pretty hot on that tiny gold and that tiny gold chain, that's on the beaches. So because it goes clear up to, if I got this right, 140 kilohertz.
ooh. The HF2 coil?
Yes,
It might. I'm
I
for
think that
some reason I'm thinking up to 120 in single
might be
frequency.
120. I was trying to remember what Rizzo told me, and
It's got quite a frequency range. I do know
oh
that
yeah,
much.
oh yes,
And for people that want the real nitty gritty on the specs of the coil, they can go back and check out some of Rob's videos there
yeah.
on the History Digger, and they'll be able to find that.
And you don't know, but that could be something that needs to be tried out in the gold fields.
Yeah,
I know in Alaska and some
it's
of the
worth a
areas
shot.
we hunt. Now I know in eastern Alaska over by Chicken, there's some guys that use it over there, and they've developed a method to that madness with high frequency from before, and they've done okay. But you get in the area that I frequent a lot, up the Steese Highway and then over towards Nome, they just don't fare well.
Yes, and people are responding in the chat that yes, 120 kilohertz.
120, okay. With that being said, though, I've seen them fail miserably in some of the gold patches that we were in a couple different places. It's just
Right.
the nature of the beast and the amount of.
And unfortunately, some machines are better at certain things than others.
That's right. So pick and choose.
That's not to mean that it's an inferior machine.
No,
It just some machines excel a little better than others in certain situations. I see that Diggin' Buddy, Randy DeMario, and Old Pelon are in the house as well.
oh, hi guys, how's it going?
And speaking of Randy DeMario, he's in the pipeline somewhere to be a guest on the show. He's interested in being a guest. We just got to wait for him to get back on a date that works well for him.
Good.
But he is liking his legend. I believe the other day he was out doing some hunting. Kind of split the day. Legend and the D2. And the D2 got a silver merc, and the Legend got two silver rings, I believe, and a silver earring.
Yep.
So that makes 3 rings he's found since he's won that Legend at Swing Into Summer.
Excellent. Good stuff. Well,
yeah.
Congrats to all the guys that won detectors and gals. And
Speaking of that, Barb had her detector out
she
that
did.
she won at Swing Into Summer.
she kind of had a little mode problem, it sounded like, and then got that straightened away and started doing pretty good.
Yeah, the way she talks, she's liking it.
Good. Be fun just
So
try it out. Take it when you go to DIV, take it along just for the giggles and see what it does.
yeah, hey, you never know until you
You
try,
never know. You never know with that stuff. So,
right?
yep. And we got glowing reports of great weather up in Alaska, but that can change in seconds. So we're going to see what we get when we get there. And we checked everything out. Everybody's good to go. I talked to the group that's traveling with me. Everybody's set. We got rooms set up there. And 6 others had booked rooms on their own at the same place. So we're all in one gathering spot. And when we go to get on the plane, we all got the same flight out to Nome. We should be over in Nome by, I think we leave like at 7 a.m., 6:30, 7 a.m. out of Anchorage. And it's a 560-mile flight. It's an hour and 40 minutes. Time we get offloading that puts us in camp about noontime and get a little bite to eat, get people acclimated, and let them go exploring.
Right.
Help
And
them out with machines.
speaking of the Alaska trip, Barks just dropped into the chat.
Yep. Hey, Barks, how you doing? Talked with him yesterday. Frank,
Oh, how's he liking the acupoint?
he didn't tell me.
Oh,
I missed that. We were talking Alaska, and he and Clay are anxiously awaiting that. They're excited.
right.
And I will try to, once I'll talk to you about what date, the Sunday in the middle, try and give you a report from beautiful downtown Nome, Alaska.
There you go.
See if I
Yeah.
can hook in with you down there. So it'll be interesting. Had a nice chat with my buddy Steve from up there, Mr. Steve Pomeranke. He doesn't get there till like the first week of August this year. He's still finalizing the new home they built in Minnesota, and he was digging a pond so he can sit right on the front porch and catch bluegill and crappie.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And Kevin says he tried the acupoint today a little
ah,
bit, but so far the jury's out. Mixed thoughts. Which
well,
it does take a little getting used to,
yeah, it
especially
does.
if you've ran another pinpointer for quite some time. But
Now, some of the guys were asking me, do I take a pinpointer? Yes, I do.
yeah.
But on flakes and small gold, and I'm talking, that small gold, it won't pick them up. But on like 2 nuggets, 1/16 negative, um, or 1/16 plus, bigger than that, it'll pick them up. But boy, there's so much magnetite in that ground, and we talked about that taking, they bought Apex picks, and
Good
I have
picks.
one, yeah, throw a couple rare earth magnets on them because that'll help you pull the junk up out and away while you're looking.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, Apex picks are some of the best.
You
And
got it.
let me see here. I believe I have what they call the Apex Badger, and it's a shorter pick. It's like 18-inch or so, but
Yep,
it does have the rare earth magnets built into it.
that helps a
It's
lot.
it's a nice little pick. I mean, and some people may think that they're a little pricey, but when it comes to a good quality pick, you get what you
They're
pay for.
Yep, I sold Apex for quite a while, and you could get on the wood handle, which is good solid ash,
Hmm.
logos put into it. So I got S&W shooters on the shaft of the pick I've got, so I know it's mine.
Right?
Right.
Looks like Barks says they saw some rare earth magnets at Harbor Freight. He's going to get some this weekend.
Yep.
Which, I even, not only my pick, but even just my Predator hand digger or my Lesh hand digger.
Mm-hmm.
I keep a couple of rare earth magnets on the hilt of those because they're great for clearing a nail or clearing a hole of rusty nails and stuff like
Yes.
that.
Another tool in the box is all it is.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it never hurts to have a good
no,
rare earth magnet around.
no.
Never hurts.
Now, before we got on the show, and I haven't followed up on this, but I will. Josh told me he picked up on something out of Utah this afternoon.
Idaho.
Idaho, excuse me. Wrong state. General vicinity, wrong state. They had a fire, and they dispatched the department, and don't know what kind yet. I'll take a look into it. But upon arrival, they had a sniper shooting at the firemen.
Yeah, somebody was taking shots at him, multiple firefighters.
So hopefully none of them were struck, but
Right. Yeah, hopefully they're all safe and well.
yeah, not a good thing.
No, not a good thing at all.
Mm-mm.
It's unfortunate to see news like that.
Yes.
It is definitely unfortunate.
Yep. Yep.
But we hope that everyone is safe and well, and if not, definitely keeping everyone in our thoughts.
Yep. We'll check that out here in a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, and
Check
I'll
that
make
out
sure
a
to
little
go
bit.
back and check too.
That's crazy.
It is.
Not good. So
Boy, I'll tell you what, we're seeing good reports in the chat about the Legend, the Vortex, and the Score and Triple Score.
good. Good.
Yeah. 5 Mile Relic Hunter says he's been running the Legend for about 5 years now, and he loves it. It's a great machine.
Yep. They're good machines.
Randy DeMario says that he's getting the hang of it. It's a slow process because with all of the updates that they've done with the Legend, there are a few Easter eggs in that menu navigation, but it's a capable machine.
And I run multiple different machines, and
Right.
remembering every number between the machines, and they're not the same. Whether you're, let's step back to an AT Pro, is different than a 705. Jump up to what we got today, the Xterra and the Vortex. They're not the same. They're operating on a different scale, and you don't. So I'm a tone hunter. I hunt by tone.
Yep. The VDIs are nice, but they're a secondary reference in the toolbox.
Now the Manicore having the 2D setup in it, I like that.
Yeah, I can say that. I mean, when it came to the CTX or even the Manicore, having that additional information on the screen can be a good asset.
Just another
Even at that,
operation tool.
yeah, I mean, even at that, I was still going with what sounded good, hunting mainly by tone. I may look at the numbers.
I've hunted the M8 coil, the M9 coil, stock coil. I've ran the charcoal grill a couple times on it, but that M9 is awesome.
Right. And I
Nice.
may look at the numbers just to see what numbers it's throwing, but by the time I'm looking at the numbers, I've already decided I'm digging it.
Yeah. 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 Usually. And I took a stop down the other day. I thought, oh, it's nice out this morning. Grabbed a detector, drove back to Hampton, and walked the field a little bit just to see if there were leftovers. I'll tell you what, those people clean that field off. They clean
Well,
that field off.
I'll tell you what, there were some real diehards out
Oh,
there
yeah.
because I'm watching people come in off the field. Their shirts are just drenched. They got sweat rolling off of them.
Oh, yeah.
And there's still people out there. I mean,
Oh,
one,
yeah.
one poor guy, his ear pads on his headphones just kind of disintegrated.
That was Dave. And a
Yeah,
shout out to Debbie
yeah,
because he told
absolutely.
me what happened. Can I get him? I said, hang on a minute. I went over and talked to Debbie. She went through some of her multiple cases, got a pair out, handed to me. I said, what do I owe you? She said, you give them to Dave. I said, okay, thank you. And she just gave Dave a new set. But it literally disintegrated. And he had little tiny chunks of black foam all over him. And it was, everybody, he wondered why everybody kind of looked at him funny.
Right?
So, yeah, thanks to Debbie and covering a problem like that.
Yeah. I mean, you know it's hot when that's going on.
That's right. That's right. So, anyway, and then he told me he was having regrets about not booking to go up to Alaska with this heat here.
Oh, well, what do what do you do? I mean, it's too late now.
Yep. So, but at first they were preaching some rain for us today, but it's not supposed to come in now till a little bit tomorrow. But we were in the, what was it, 92, 93 degree range today, and it got humid for a while.
Yep.
And I'm sending it all east. I'm hoping it cools down a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's going to do much.
Yeah,
So,
we got thunderstorms tomorrow. I I tried to get out and get a couple of things done today, but I'm still playing catch up from being in Illinois and I
yeah, you break that Illinois barrier now, it's kind of like culture shock. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Like,
I should have been working on a generator today, but I didn't
no,
make it that far.
no. So, but it's uh, it's looking good for the trip. We'll keep you posted, and like I said, we'll set a date up in that 2 week period. I'll try to get on, and we'll see how we're doing in about the middle of the trip.
Right, there you go. Yeah. Uh
Frank Frank told me he's going to buckle down. He needs to get more gold. So
really.
that's what he told me. And he's had his nephew out with the 800 practicing. So we'll see how he does. I'll make sure that in the report we report on how Frank's progress was. He wants a big nugget.
Right,
And
got to keep us updated whether he found gold or went fishing.
yeah, yeah.
That seems to be the way it goes. I mean, even if he finds a little bit of gold, he's still going
The
fishing.
fishing part of it happens when the gold isn't producing well, and he's getting more iron because those old tailings are just full of it. He gets it. That's it. I'm going fishing. And then I
Yep.
don't see him for 2 days.
He hears the fish calling, and next thing you know, the camp's eating good.
Right.
I mean, not a downside.
No, no. And I've told everybody that's going, if you want to fish a day, maybe two, go do it.
Right.
It's
Yeah, get with
if
Frank and he'll hook you up.
normal normal fishing is world class. It really is. And you get to go into some places that not many people travel to and fish for, my God, last trip they took up to get pike, they ran into grizzly bears on the bank. They saw a wolverine, which is a rare sighting.
A rare thing to see, yeah.
Moose and caribou and fox and the wildlife were out in force, and they enjoyed it and caught a lot of fish.
And I gotta laugh. Tim's in the chat going, "Yeah, sure he is, Chuck. If the fish are running, the nuggets can wait.
Yeah, well,
We'll
this is
see what happens."
that's right from the horse's mouth. There, I got to get more gold. Okay, yeah, okay.
Right.
See what happens.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can get them into the spot.
Yep,
It's up to them if they get their coil over it.
that's right. So
And I'm sure that, Kevin and Clay's going to come up with a little bit of gold. I mean, usually though, the way you guys run the Alaska trips, everybody comes home with at least a little bit.
right, I'm gonna step away for a minute. I've got a young lady that is leaving this week. She's granddaughter to my neighbor, and we've known her a long time. She signed up for the National Guard. She leaves on the 7th. She walked over to talk with me. I'm going to put you down a minute, and she's headed off into the world. She just graduated out of high school. Lillian, she's good soul.
Well, congratulations to her.
Lily is standing right there. Hang on.
Well, congrats
I'll be
to her.
back. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. What you got, Ted?
And I see somebody had asked in the chat, do you have to split the fish with the bears? That's a good question. Where did I see that? Somebody had just, because I just saw the name. Let's see. I'm not real sure. I know I saw it. Mark. Yeah, Mark did. And no, I don't think he has to split the fish with the bears, but you never know. You never know. I mean, a bear is going to eat what a bear wants to eat. I don't think you're going to argue with them. If the bear wants the fish, the bear can have the fish. That's just the way it goes sometimes. And I'm trying to scroll back through the chat here and double check. It looked like Randy had said something here. Yeah, is anyone attending the Midwest Silver Shootout in Lebanon, Indiana? I'm not sure if anybody is or not. I am vaguely familiar with the event, and that happens September 20th. So, I don't know. Yeah, right, Kevin. It depends on how fast you can run as to whether or not you split the fish with the bears. You don't have to be the fastest. You just have to be faster than the next person. That's about the way it goes.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah,
There we go.
about 2 hours from us. Yeah, and Chuck is back.
Yeah, that little girl grew up next to us, semi-granddaughter, and she's headed off to the National Guard, and then she's actually going into woodwork, masonry work, that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah. She's got it planned out, so we'll see how it goes.
And apparently, while Barb was at the park detecting with her new detector, she found a new ball for the dog to play with.
There you go. Can't beat that.
Nothing wrong with that, because I know that right before swing into summer, there was some debauchery there at the Dirt Pirate household. And I don't know if it was a team effort between Lily and Doodle, but it looked like it had snowed in Barb's front room because there was stuffing
Oh,
just everywhere from a toy that got tore apart. That's the way it goes with a puppy.
yep, yep. Welcome to puppydom. This one of mine is 9 months, and she still likes to tear into things a bit.
Right, yeah, get her nose into things that maybe it shouldn't be in.
Yep.
Of course, hopefully it's been a while since you've seen a glove walk by.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it has been. Glove, a hat, a shoe, a shoelace without the shoe. Just different things. You look down and you go, "What are you doing?" No,
Where did you get that?
that's right.
Or you
That
got to wonder, okay, she's carrying a shoelace to a shoe. Does that mean she found the shoelace or did she eat the shoe already?
we don't know yet.
Oh boy, that's not good.
No, we found things that we didn't know we had being chewed on.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yep.
They're
But when you
they're
got
just
two
like
puppies,
little kids. They will find anything and everything and you're going, "Where did you get that?"
yep,
Oh.
my hummingbirds are showing up.
Ah.
Tried to get a picture of that one for you guys.
And 5 Mile Relic Hunter asks, "And whose shoe was it?" Well, we're not sure.
It was me. I take it better. It was Jill's.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to get between a woman and her shoes.
Oh no, no, no. And God forbid that she'd pick up a purse.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll bet it only takes once for Birdie to learn that lesson.
Yep, that hadn't happened. That has not happened. So
I
yeah,
can imagine Jill just looking at her going, "You're thinking about it. Don't even."
yep. I've heard. Don't even think about it once or twice.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So other than that, they're good. It's fun. It keeps you hopping, don't it, Barb?
Oh yeah, she says it does keep her busy because I mean they're quick when they're small like that. Little puppies and next thing you know you're going, "Where did that thing go?"
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, I want to say Barb said that Lily is like uh maybe 19 weeks now,
Oh wow.
and about a week or so before swing into summer, she had been telling me that while she was at the Meridian hunt, she found out that the puppy found its voice.
Oh, happy day.
Uh huh. Well, I was on the phone with her a week or so before swing into summer, and all of a sudden I heard something, and I'm like, "What in the hell is that?" She's like, "That's Lily. That's the puppy." I'm going, "Good Lord, that thing's got a heck of a voice on it." I mean, if you were on the outside of a door and heard this thing, you'd swear to God there was a 65-pound Rottweiler in there fixing to eat your leg if you
Oh,
opened the door. But she's just this little bitty puff. Yeah, 19 weeks tomorrow, Barb says.
oh boy.
But that
Oh boy.
thing has a bark and a growl that makes it sound like it's a 65-pound dog.
Really.
It's got a deep growl and bark for a
Birdie has a
female
very,
puppy.
very deep bark. She does not bark a lot. So now it's gotten to the point if I hear her bark, I'm looking around going, what's she barking at? And
Right. Yeah. What's she hearing? What's she
we get
smelling?
a lot of people on this road on bicycles and walkers and things like that. And occasionally some, I don't know, but going by and I was out here working and she parked once, saw her standing at the end of the kennel looking at the guy on the road. And I told her, he's all right. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
You
Telling
know,
people to stay off of her property.
basically, but he's the only one walker that this has ever happened with. She growled twice. She's watching him and growling. And I'm like, hmm.
Well, and you know as well as I do, animals are usually pretty good judge of character.
Yes, they are. He didn't.
So there's probably a reason why she's growling like that.
That's the only one so far she's ever growled at. Ever.
Especially when you know that there are other people going down that road and she's
Yeah.
fine.
When Travis pulls in, she'll boop boop, and she's like, "Yay,
Yep,
maybe,
Travis is home.
yeah, everybody's home. Let's get out and play. Get her out and run." And
Yep,
she's getting
swim.
a couple daily swims now. So she was out today in it, but the river's coming up. It's supposed to go to 15. All that rain up north, and they got another load of it up around Minneapolis into Wisconsin again today, and it's going to keep the river high for a while.
And this is an odd one that caught me, out of left field, so to speak, because I know he had some vehicle issues a while back, and I never did hear how that all ended up. I think he got a new one, but Frank wants to know if Travis got a different truck.
Yeah,
Well, there you go, Frank.
he got another Ranger. It's a 2010 or 11.
Nice.
It only had 61,000 miles on it. Been garaged its whole life. When I opened it up, the engine looked brand new. It had everything on it.
Nice.
Travis and I covered this thing up and down, and they wanted 10,995, and we paid 9,995. I said, buddy, you can't even come close on a new one. This is only 60,000 miles.
Yeah, he
He
got
tried
himself a
for
pretty
everything
decent
new on it.
deal.
Yep, they went through everything, and yeah,
Uh,
good deal on it.
Dealership or private owner?
Dealership.
Nice.
So, and so he
What
traded it
color?
on white.
Ah, okay. We just recently got. It was time to let ours go because it had over 200,000 miles on it.
Well,
So
he
we got.
had one he bought after he was in the service, 98, 99. I think it was a 98 he bought. He put 294,000 miles on it.
Wow.
So he
And
actually,
we
go ahead.
had I think 210,000 on the Explorer, but we decided it was time to let it go, and now we've got a write me a ticket red Dodge Dakota.
Ooh, okay. What year?
That's a little different for us. Oh, 05. It's not the newest around or anything, but it is in impeccable shape cosmetically. Motor runs smooth, and
Good stuff. That's
it's
good
got
stuff.
100,000 miles less than the Explorer, so it's got low mileage for its age.
Well, that's good. As long as it doesn't start, nickel and diamond with this going bad and that going bad, you're in good shape.
Yeah, I think we're all right. I mean, it was a private owner, ceased brake caliper, so before we did anything, just to be on the safe side, because you can never be too safe about it, we went ahead and replaced the front rotors, pads, calipers, and brake hoses.
Right.
But seems to
I
run
got to
okay.
keep them up.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see what happens with it. It still needs a bath, still needs detailed. I haven't had the chance to do that yet, and I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do about the tonneau cover, because the tonneau cover needs to be conditioned and stretched, and hopefully I can get it back on there.
There you go.
Mark says his vehicle had 394,000 miles. All original. Wow. Oh, that was his wife's vehicle.
No, I thought maybe he parked it in the basement next to his ZZ.
And he says that was the original motor and transmission, too. Wow. That's a testament.
That is. Yeah. I generally, on my F-150s, I run them up to about 110 or 20,000 and trade them off.
Mm-hmm. F-150s are good, solid pickups, though.
It has been. It has been. I never really have had one that gave me major fits.
No.
The one that I had before this one, guy in Port Byron bought it. It's still running. It had the 305 in it, or the 5.0, I guess is what they call it now.
Yeah, 5 liter.
5 liter.
Yeah.
It's still running.
Yeah.
The one I got now has got that Eco Boost in it. I like it. It's got some punch. Just filled up yesterday. I'm getting 25.9 miles to the gallon on it.
That is not bad for a pickup truck.
No.
That is not bad. I mean, and I've seen your new truck, and that's a pretty nice kit you've got there. Matter of fact, I think that's got a hard shell tonneau on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's hard shell.
That's a nice truck.
I bought hard shells on the last 3 simply because going to the hunts, going hunting, things like that, I want a cover on the back end, and that works out real good. It's lockable. Of course, it don't matter. They can come up with a hammer and snap them off.
Right. But still, those hard shells work out a little better. Less maintenance, too.
Yes, they do.
A little more expensive, but not bad.
Yep. Good truck. Good truck.
Yep. Man.
Serving me well.
Relic Hunters is saying somebody had 110,000 miles. Ill Digger looks like they're saying theirs was 202,000, maybe. Wow. Kevin's truck's got 322K on it. Or no, Tim's truck. Sorry.
I've seen diesels that do that and are still running pretty hard without a lot of maintenance.
Oh yeah, easily. I mean, you get a good diesel motor, you can get 500,000 miles on it, and you're still breaking it in.
Yep. So, well, anyway, I've got guests here. I'm going to step out and talk to Lily a little more, and probably won't get to see her again as she heads off. She goes to Fort Leonard Wood and takes her basic, and then goes, I can't remember where, for her infantry training, and then on beyond that for her schooling. So we'll be bouncing in and out.
Well, very nice. Congratulations to her, and thank her for her service.
Yes, I will, and I'm very proud of her. Good little gal. So
yeah.
And everybody have a great night. And what are we doing Wednesday? We got any plans?
Wednesday, I don't know. Like I said, we've got Randy DeMario somewhere in the pipeline. He just has to get back to me on a date.
He's doing pretty good with that, legend. I want to hear more stories on that.
Oh yeah. I'd love to hear stories on that. How he got started in the hobby. Stories on the D2. And I'd even like to hear his opinion of swing into summer.
Yes.
If he, because basically, the way he put it is we encouraged him to attend Swing Into Summer, and he was very glad that he did.
Yep.
And I would be interested to hear if it was everything that he thought it was going to be, because I always tell people that is an event that you should see. Very friendly, very helpful group of people. And
Yep.
some people are even surprised because they're like, wow, I wasn't expecting it to be quite like this. And it's like, no, I mean, it is just exactly the way I paint it.
Yep. We try to keep a low-key, fun hunt. You shouldn't be afraid to ask questions to anybody on helping you with a detector, a coil, whatever. And for the newer and the novices, they come in and they know they can get help. And we try to bring in some of the best in the industry for us, and we do. And
Yeah.
and I've
Yep.
got
We pull out all the stops to do
Yep.
what can be done.
Yep, it's a good time. And it was great to see Tim come over, Illinois Digger, and
Absolutely.
added him to the list of personalities. He's a personality, I
Yeah.
think. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. All of you have a good night. I'm going to go say goodbye to Lillian, and you guys have a great time.
Well, you stay safe out there, Chuck, and tell her to do the same. All right. So yeah, I don't know. I know though, when Randy finds a date that will work for him, we will have him on the show. So he is a guest somewhere in the pipeline. Also, somewhere in the pipeline, we've got Frank Lopergolo from Detect America will be making an appearance back on the show here in the very near future. We'll be talking about, obviously, electrolysis, uh, the hurricanes, the cyclones. The hurricane is the newest version of Ugly Box. The cyclone is the newest. For those that have been around the evolution of the Ugly Box for a while, it's an evolution of the Thunder Thrasher unit. So we'll be talking about those things, and we may even be talking a bit more about Swing Into Summer as well. And it was definitely, like I said, definitely good to see Tim back at Swing Into Summer. It's been a minute since I've seen Tim, so it was good to be able to kind of chat with him in passing Friday night. But really, it was great to see everybody. It was especially, it was a very special treat for me to be able to actually get to meet Emery. Just a super, super nice guy. And speaking of Emery and Kevin and Clay and all of that, Emery and I had been discussing a few things over the weekend of Swing Into Summer, and I've had a couple of ideas pop into my head that I'm going to have to bounce off Emery and see what he thinks. But for those of you that are not subscribed to Bark's Detecting Bits, you might want to go over and subscribe. Just saying. Just saying. You might want to go over and subscribe. You might want to make sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube. Because there's some things that work. There's some things that work. And yes, it was finally great to I mean, we've all known Barb for years. I mean, me and Tam have and everything. But yeah, it was definitely great to see her, get to actually meet her, and yeah, thank you, Frank. The orange bag, the infamous orange bag. Definitely appreciated. Definitely. Very much so. So, obviously, we are rolling into the July 4th holiday. I'm not real sure where that all lands. I believe Wednesday, let's see, Wednesday will be the 2nd. So that's fine. Wednesday is the 2nd, so we probably should, yeah, we should be around yet on Wednesday. But we are rolling into, like I said, the July 4th holiday. So anyone out there for the 4th of July, if you're having fun, do it safely, please. We don't want to hear of anyone getting themselves injured or anything like that. Other than that, if you enjoyed the show, throw us a like. You can follow us here on YouTube, the Beyond Sight and Sound channel. You can follow us on the Beyond Sight and Sound page on Facebook, Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound Facebook group. All of the wonderful podcast distribution services out there that you may or may not use. We're glad you joined us here tonight, though. Join us on one of them, all of them, or none of them. The choice is entirely up to you. Until the next time, we're going to roll. Have a wonderful evening. We are out of here. We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.